Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about stop losses, because I know so many traders are finding it difficult, especially beginner traders, to know if their stop losses should be based on structure or if their stop losses should be fixed. Now, some traders that are successful use fixed stop losses. Like, everything I'm going to take is just going to be 20 pips stop loss. Everything I'm going to take, is it buy, sells, any market condition, my stop loss must be 20 pips. Some say my must be 30. Some say it must be 40 pips. Some say it must be 10 pips. This is how they map out their risk management. Now, there are downsides to each of these type of stop losses. Even if I prefer the first one you see on the left, stop loss under structure. Yes, I prefer that, right? But the one on the right, fixed stop losses, is not bad, but it has more downsides. So now let's talk about this. If you must use the fixed stop loss, okay, if you must use the fixed stop loss, you have to get some things into consideration. Things like this: you must trade one pair or two pairs, but of the same nature. If you're trading GBP, JPY, and gold, and you try this, you're going to have a very bad PNL. Your profit and loss history is going to be fucked up, meaning you could be losing more than you make, or you could be having the same results, like losses and win equal, because the price of a pip per dollar in GJ is different from gold. So if you want to do fixed stop losses, maybe you're trading GBP USD and gold, or you're just trading GBP USD, or you're trading just Euro USD, or you're trading just GBP JPY, or just GJ and Euro JPY. Okay, so having fixed stop loss is not bad. That's the first thing you have to consider, that you have to trade one pair or 2-3 pairs of the same kind that end with USD or that end with JPY. That's one part of it. So another part of it is, if you are trading fixed stop loss, know that you could be right, but price will go down and take you out before going your direction. That's the worst of it. You could be right about this becoming a clean buys or a clean sales. You could be right, but price will hit your stop loss before going your area. Why? Because the market does not care where your stop loss is. The market only cares about its algorithm. So if it has a plan to go down to a certain price before going up, and your stop loss is low because you want to risk 20 pips, then you will lose for nothing. That's one point you have to look into. Another point you have to look into is that when you're taking up fixed stop losses, you might have, yes, there is an advantage, because it will be easy for you to execute. You know that you're using a consistent lot size. Okay, I'm using 111 lots because I want to risk $200. I'm using 222 lots because I want to risk $400. This is GBP USD. So that's actually easier to execute without doing any calculation. You just jump in, boom. So the advantage is you can take these trades real quick than when you are using stop losses on the structure. Now let's talk about the second one, the one on the left, stop loss under structure. This is safer because after making your analysis, you know that if price gets to this level under this low, I should be wrong. And this most times is deduced from constant back testing. It's deduced from you being able to test your strategy over months and years on the back test on TradingView to know that if I put my stop loss here, I'm way safer. If I put my stop loss here, I'm way safer. If I put my take profit here, I'm way safer. That's way better. So you putting your stop loss under the structure, it's convincing that if price chases this stop loss, I'm completely wrong. Remember the other one, price could chase your stop loss and go back in your direction because it was so tight at the moment for that structure. But this one, you kept your stop loss at the right place. But now, the disadvantage is that your stop loss pips will always differ. So you could take a trade today, is 100 pips stop loss, tomorrow 50 pips stop loss, tomorrow 20, tomorrow 10. So it's going to affect you in your execution, but there's a solution. And I'm going to put that video. I did a risk management video some months back, and in that video, you are going to watch everything it takes on how to risk what you want to lose, what you can afford to lose. I'm going to put the video at the end screen of this video, so you go watch it. If your stop loss is under structure and there's this problem of you executing because it's different stop loss pips, you just have to do the calculation, and I'll show you the calculation for only GBP USD because that's what I trade. You know what I'm saying? That's what I trade. I'll do the calculation for you, and your own is to try that out. But if you're trading other pairs like like GJ, like NZD pairs, CHF pairs, and also indexes, you need to watch the video on the end screen. So let's get right into examples I'm going to be giving with real life charts. Charts. So I'm going to use an example, that you guys will be able to relate with. Okay, so let's say for someone using stop losses based on his on structure. Okay, so I'm going to make use of something very relatable for people that make use of trend lines, for instance. All right, and let's say you have another trend line here. I don't trade trend lines, but just for people who trade trend lines. Okay, for people who trade trend lines, retail price action traders, right? So you saw price went up, down, went up, trying to do is it a falling wedge, or I don't know how you guys call it, a channel. Then price went below. This is why retail logic is flawed, as price went below and retested this trend line, there are so many people trying to short here, and that's how they got clapped. So many people were trying to short here and they pretty got clapped, right? So it's just retail logic. But let's say price has been able to come back inside the box, and let's say you want to buy from here. Now, let's say you put your buy to, after you saw the rejections and all the sign, you entered at this point, and your stop loss is below. You don't care how many pips, you want your stop loss below this, because if price comes back down, then your analysis is wrong. And you see how price went up. This is an example. Now, in as much as you cannot you cannot have one particular stop loss pips, then you're going to be having different stop loss pips. You have to make use of a calculator. All right, and I'm going to do this if you're trading GBP USD or Euro USD or gold. Any of these pairs are ended with USD, even if it's AED USD, you can work with this. Let's say you want to risk $100. Your calculation is 100 divided by, this is how many pips, 16.4 divided by 16. I like approximating it. 16 gives you an answer divided by 10. Now, why I said divided by 10 is because of me using USD pairs that end with USD. Okay, so any pair that ends with USD, the constant you use to divide it is 10. First of all, the amount you want to risk divided by the number of pips of a stop loss divided by 10. That's all you need. That's for the rest. But there are so many other pairs that end with JPY and the rest of them, NZD, Swiss franc. The video on how you can calculate them is in the end screen. You just go watch it and watch how to calculate them. Every pair you find is there, even indices, right? So what's the answer? 0.62. That's the lot size you're going to use. This is your lot size you're going to use in taking these bytes. So when you use this as your lot size, taking these buys, then boom, you take the buys and then you put your stop loss. And if this thing reverses on you and hits a stop loss, you lose just what? $100. Just your lot size is going to be approximated. That's 0.63. That's what you want to use, 0.63. Going to be what approximated. Now, I'm going to use another example. Like I'm telling you guys that when you use stop losses with structure, it's more reasonable. Let's say you are trading break and retest, and price breaks out and retests the zone. and you want to buy off the zone, and let's say you're buying here. If you use a consistent stop loss, let's say you're working with 10 pips or so, okay? Or yeah, you're working with 10 pips or so, and your entry is going to be around here where you've seen some kind of buying pressure or so here. Let's say you enter around here, and stop loss is 10 pips, always static 10 pips. Something like this might happen to you. Price might go up a little, hit your stop loss before what's going up. But if you say my stop loss, I'm going to keep it below all the noise here, though that's going to be 22 pips, but you can still do your calculation and you still afford to lose what you planned and not losing outrageously. I don't know if you guys are getting me. So the essence of the video is to teach you guys that you have two ways of risking or to set your stop loss. You have two ways. This way of setting your stop loss under structure, where the noise is cut out. Now, this does not work in every strategy. I just tried trend line and I just tried break and retest. For those of you doing smart money concepts, your stop loss is supposed to be under, either under your stop hunt. If your stop hunt has happened, you want your stop loss to be under. Let's say if you're trading the same thing I trade, ICT 2022 model, you find out that, let's say this just stop hunted you right here, right? Sorry, it not stop hunt you, right? There was a stop hunt normally. It went below these lows and it's ready to take off. If you're buying this, where your stop loss is going to be is, I don't care where you enter, your stop loss should be below this week, this stop hunt. That's where your stop loss should be, because if price is going back down for it, then you're wrong. You're totally wrong. But if you're right, price has no business going down. So I just showed you guys three different approach in trading, and any of these you find yourself trading, if you're working with this kind of stop loss, this is the best. This is the best. The other one has too many advantages. This one, there's no disadvantage. There's no disadvantage. Okay, the only disadvantage you get in this is rushing to go and tap your calculator before you enter. That could take you some time and you might miss the original entry. Price might run away from you from your entry, but that's the disadvantage. But the disadvantage of the other one is that you can completely lose the trade and it goes your way. One. And two, if you're trading different pairs and you try the same thing, you're going to have a very bad result. Your losses can even supersede your wins or equal to your wins, and you don't make any money at the end of the day. All right. So if you found this video helpful, smash the like button, turn on the notification bell, and also subscribe to the channel. Peace out. See you guys on the next video.